Thanks so much for coming to the show tonight. Tell me what you liked about
Oh,
it.
I thought it was fantastic. It was dramatic, it was intense, it was riveting. I especially liked the chorus pieces where the entire chorus is on there. It was extremely dramatic and moving, and the soloists were just fantastic, I thought, too. It's a wonderful piece. I am not a big fan of Britten. I'm a singer myself, and I've sung some Britten, and it's sometimes not readily approachable. And I had an English director once said, "You must do Britten spot on," and I think they did.
Great,
Okay.
wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate
You're welcome.
it. So tell me what you thought of the show.
I thought it was phenomenal. It was an extraordinary performance. I've seen Peter Grimes before. I've seen it at the Met.
Wonderful.
And this was certainly not in any way an inferior production. It was extraordinary in terms of setting, in terms of the whole production design. The performers were all remarkably good. And I marvel that it was even undertaken, because this is a huge score. And I am filled with admiration.
Wonderful. Thank
Feel
you so
very
much.
privileged.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
very much appreciate your time. So hi, thanks so much for coming. Tell
Oh,
me what
it's
you
a
thought
pleasure.
of the
It's a
show.
pleasure. Oh, it was a wonderful experience.
Wonderful performance. It just the music is extremely profound. The story profound, but I thought the singing was the most interesting part of it, especially Alec. Alec is one of my favorites, and he didn't disappoint me at all. Especially his last scene. I thought it was riveting. And he usually loves him completely. And the whole cast did a great job. Very complicated, very difficult opera to do, and it came across, I think, just beautifully. It's a difficult opera to listen to understand, and even to watch it. You just need the time to penetrate it. I think that the festival did a great job with it.
Thank you.
What do you think, Tom?
Anything to
There's not
add?
much more to say to that. I found the music to be as complex as it was also very easy to listen to.
Especially at the end.
Yes.
Especially at the end, it was unexpected. Here we were at the point where you're totally devastated by what had happened, and then the music just lifts you right back. It was confusing, conflicting, and I suppose brilliant at the same time. Don't you think?
Yes, I do.
Wonderful. Thank you both so much. I really appreciate it.
Concerned. It could have been in 2016. It wouldn't have mattered at all. But it was very appropriate. Any other questions?
Anything else you'd like to add?
I don't know. What should I say? Fantastic, beautiful, wonderful, amazing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Thank you.
it.
You're welcome.
Take that off.
And I mean
Thank
it.
you so much.
It's true.
It's true. I really appreciate it. Tell me what you thought of the show.
I thought it was absolutely fabulous. The tension was never lost from the moment it started till the end. But I would suggest that for opera lovers, this is absolutely an opera to see, because the music is so wonderful. But for people who think they don't like opera and that they only like theater, this is theater par excellence. Every moment, every inch of the staging builds towards the climax. I think Richard and Stephen have just done an extraordinary job, and the cast is wonderful. Excellent singing. All of them are fully engaged in their parts. It's really been an extraordinary evening. And
Now I know you know the show very well.
Yes.
What did you think of the choice to set it in a more modern time period?
Absolutely works because of the time frame. I think works better. It wouldn't have the same resonance for an audience today if it was set in the 1830s. Whereas post-Second World War, we're living in a post-war, a continuing war situation now, and I think the idea of how a community can turn against one person is something we need to be very aware of, just right now at this time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hi.
Hi.
Thanks so much for coming out tonight.
I'm glad to be here. This was a great night.
Tell me what you thought of the show.
The show was extremely powerful. This is my first time seeing it. I'm pretty familiar with Britain's music, but this show, I guess I just wasn't ready for the ending. I wasn't ready for where the story was going. I had heard bits and pieces of the score before, and it's so beautiful. The chorus worked so well together. The singers were just really, really prepared, and really the relationships between them really worked. And I really enjoyed it.
Hey, you just did a show.
I did.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How was it?
Good, it was great.
Tell me what you thought of the show.
Oh my god, it was marvelous.
What was your favorite thing?
I really liked how focused it was. I think Peter Grimes did a really good job. I liked how everyone was doing.
Yeah. What was especially challenging?
The part where I lost my shoe on stage.
That's hard to do. What surprised you in the whole process of doing this? What
Surprised me that I was really, really, really excited for it, but all of a sudden I'm like, I can't do it because I was up on that giant ramp. I'm like, I'm so gonna die.
But you didn't.
No.
Not for real, anyway.
Of course I wouldn't. Of course.
What was it like working with Richard as a conductor? What's he like as a conductor?
He's amazing. He's nice. He doesn't take anyone out if they're late for rehearsals. He's really nice.
Good. And is there a favorite part of something that you like the best? Their favorite scene?
I liked when Peter Grimes went crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty intense, huh?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You were splendid. All right, go. How did you like the show?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. Anybody who likes opera or classical music of any kind has got to see this show. This was phenomenal. The orchestra, out of this world, very difficult music, but so much spirit to it. And it just gave you a great feeling. And there's one scene, the final scene, you can't do it any better than the soloist Peter Grimes did it. It's just a great show. I was concerned, when I first heard about it, not knowing much about Peter Grimes, I didn't know much about it. And this took place in 1945, so you don't think of it as the old style opera. But boy, is it powerful. Very powerful. I'm very excited. So I had a great time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you taking the time.
You bet. Thank you.
All right.